Hello, and this is Delia again, and I'm reading The Struggle, and I'm on Chapter 5, Part 1. Dear Diary, November the 2nd. This morning I woke up and felt so strange. I don't know how to describe it. On one hand, I was so weak that when I tried to stand up, my muscles wouldn't support me. But on the other hand, I felt pleasant, so comfortable and so relaxed, as if I were floating on a bed of golden light. I didn't care if I never moved again. Then I remembered Stephen, and I tried to get up. But Aunt Judith put me back to bed. She said Bonnie and Meredith had left hours ago, and that I'd been so fast asleep they couldn't wake me. She said what I needed was rest. So here I am. Aunt Judith brought me the TV, and she brought it in, and I don't care about watching it. I'd rather lie here and write, or just lie here. I'm expecting Stephen to call. He told me he would, or maybe he didn't. I can't remember. When he does call, I have to. November the 3rd, Sunday, 10:30 p.m. I've just read over yesterday's entry and I'm shocked. What was wrong with me? I broke off in the middle of a sentence, and now I don't even know what I was going to say. And I didn't explain about my new diary or anything. I must have been completely spaced out. Anyway, this is the official start of my new diary. I bought this blank book at the drugstore. It's not as beautiful as the other one, but it will have to do. I've given up every hope of ever seeing my old one again. Whoever stole it isn't going to bring it back. But when I think of them reading it, all my inner thoughts and my feelings about Stephen, I want to kill them, while simultaneously dying of humiliation myself. I'm not ashamed of the way I feel about Stephen, but it's private, and there are things in there about the way it is when we kiss and when he holds me. And that I know he wouldn't want anybody else to read. Of course, he hasn't got anything about his secret in it. I hadn't found that out yet. It wasn't until I did that I really understood him. And we got together, really together at last. Now we're part of each other. I feel as if I've been waiting for him all my life. Maybe you think I'm terrible for loving him and considering what he is. He can be violent, and I know there are some things in his past that he's ashamed of. But he could never be violent toward me, and the past is over. He has so much guilt, and he hurts so much inside. I want to heal him. I don't know what will happen now. I'm just so glad that he's safe. I went to the boarding house today and found out that the police had been there yesterday. Stephen was still weak and couldn't use his powers to get rid of them, but they didn't accuse him of anything. They just asked questions. Stephen says they acted friendly, which makes me suspicious. What all the questions really boil down to is, where were you on the night the old man was attacked under the bridge, and the night Vicki Bennett was attacked in the ruined church, and the night Mr. Tanner was killed at school? They don't have any evidence against him, so the crime started right after he came to Fell's church. So what? That's not proof of anything. So he argued with Mr. Tanner that night. Again, so what? Everybody argued with Mr. Tanner, so he disappeared after Mr. Tanner's body was found. Okay, and I'm going to stop here, and I will continue.